How to look taller after 50 without changing who you are. Most men over 50 don't realize that the way they dress can either shorten or elongate their silhouette, and it has nothing to do with age. Height isn't just about inches, it's about impression. And gentlemen, the impression you give when you walk into a room should be one of strength, confidence, and timeless class. In this video, you'll learn the exact fashion strategies that help you look taller, sharper, and more put together without ever trying too hard. From the fit of your trousers to the color of your shoes, these simple shifts can dramatically elevate your look. Watch to the end and rediscover how style can stretch your silhouette and your confidence. The power of proportion. One of the biggest mistakes older men make is wearing clothes that are too loose. Baggy trousers, oversized jackets, and long shirts drown your frame and make you look shorter than you are. When your clothes don't respect your shape, your presence fades. To appear taller, your proportions must be clean and structured, think fitted, not tight. Choosing jackets that hit just above the hips and pants with a slight taper can instantly create vertical lines. Verticality is your best friend. Avoid dropping your torso visually with belts that cut the body in half. Instead, use darker tones for your trousers to keep the eyes moving upward. A clean line always outperforms a cluttered one. Your posture also plays a major role. Clothes that fit well support your natural stance and subtly encourage you to stand straighter. When you stand tall, you look tall, and confidence follows. Don't underestimate the power of tailoring. It's not about luxury, it's about respect for your frame. Every man deserves to feel in control of how he's seen. And after 50, style becomes less about trend and more about message. Send the right one by mastering proportion, and you'll add inches to your presence without adding a single inch to your height. Vertical styling secrets. There's a silent elegance in dressing vertically. It's about leading the eye upward, drawing attention to your face, your shoulders, your stature. One of the simplest tricks? Monochromatic dressing. Wearing similar shades from top to bottom creates an uninterrupted visual line that elongates your figure. Dark colors work beautifully, but don't shy away from lighter tones if you keep the palette cohesive. For example, a light gray polo with charcoal trousers adds refinement and height. Contrast between top and bottom can work against you, so when in doubt, stay tonal and structured. Patterns also play a role. Vertical stripes, whether on a shirt, a blazer, or subtly on trousers, guide the eye up and down. But moderation is key. Go for fine pinstripes or understated checks, never loud, exaggerated patterns that do more harm than good. And remember your grooming. A sharp haircut that adds height and structure to the top of your head can visually stretch your profile. Combine that with glasses that suit your face shape and you have a look that's intelligent, elevated, and commanding. Footwear that lifts you naturally. The shoes you wear speak volumes, and they can also silently add to your height. Avoid overly flat soles, especially soft sneakers or driving shoes that provide no lift. Instead, choose shoes with a slightly thicker heel and a strong silhouette, like Chelsea boots, derbies, or brogues. Your shoes should never scream for attention, but they should anchor your look with purpose. A sleek, leather sole adds a touch of elevation and elegance. Avoid shoes with wide, rounded fronts as they shorten the foot and, by extension, the leg. Go for narrow, almond-shaped toes to elongate your visual line. Color matters too. Matching your shoes to your trousers, or going one shade darker, continues that vertical flow. Black with black, brown with brown, navy with navy. It's subtle, but powerful. And don't forget to care for your shoes. A well-polished pair adds instant refinement and suggests a man who respects himself. After 50, refinement is the real currency of style, and your shoes should always reflect that. Mastering the fit. Fit is not about chasing youth, it's about commanding presence. Clothes that fit well make you look like you have nothing to prove. Start with your trousers. A slim, straight leg, not skinny, elongates the leg without clinging to it. Avoid cuffs at the bottom, they visually cut your leg short. Your shirt should hug the shoulders and taper slightly toward the waist. Extra fabric adds visual weight. That doesn't mean going tight, it means sculpted, not sloppy. Blazers should show some shape in the waist and lie flat against the chest. When jackets are too loose, they overwhelm your frame. Even casual wear like polos and t-shirts benefit from structure. Choose those with fitted sleeves and a slightly higher collar stance. This draws the eye upward. Avoid dropping your torso with long untucked shirts unless they are perfectly cut to fall mid-zipper. The rule is simple: if it fits your body, it lifts your image. The wrong fit tells the world you've given up. The right fit tells them you're just getting started. Strategic layering for height. Layering is often misunderstood, especially after 50. Many men layer to hide, when in fact, layering should highlight. Think vertical, lightweight cardigans, slim vests, sharp blazers. Each layer should enhance the silhouette, not add bulk. A dark inner layer with a lighter jacket creates depth and draws the eye inward and upward. Avoid bulky sweaters and overly thick coats unless it's the dead of winter. Slim layers maintain structure and movement. You're not building armor, you're sculpting a look. Avoid horizontal interruptions. No contrasting belts, oversized pockets, or chunky scarves that distract the eye. Scarves, by the way, can actually be a height trick. Worn long and narrow, they elongate the chest. The color of your outerwear matters too. Go for longer coats, mid-thigh length, and single-breasted cuts. They extend your frame and keep the visual line uninterrupted. A double-breasted coat shortens the chest. Remember, elegance lies in simplicity and clean lines. Details that add presence. Height isn't only about legs, it's about aura. Accessories can help build that aura subtly. Long ties with a sharp dimple, tie bars placed high on the chest, lapel pins that draw the eye upward, all these add sophistication and vertical direction. Pocket squares, when used correctly, add a pop of interest around the chest and shoulder area, keeping attention high. Avoid bulky watches or bracelets that crowd the wrists. Choose sleek, refined pieces that complement your stature. Eyewear is another secret weapon. Glasses with strong vertical lines, or minimalistic frames, bring strength to your face and elevate your presence. Avoid heavy, rounded frames that weigh down your features. Even your scent can add to your aura. A clean, woody fragrance worn high on the collar draws people closer and makes you memorable. Looking taller isn't only visual, it's the sum of how you're perceived. Own the details and you own the room. Confidence is the final inch. Every tip, every trick, every well-fitted jacket or polished boot, they all serve one purpose: to express your best self. But the final piece, the one that truly elevates your presence, is confidence. You've lived through decades of challenges, victories, and reinventions. Your height is not measured in inches, it's in the weight of your experience. Stand taller by believing in your style. Walk with intention. Dress like a man who's in control of his image, not chasing trends or hiding flaws. Real elegance begins when you stop apologizing for who you are and start celebrating it. Style doesn't end after 50. It sharpens. It becomes more personal, more powerful. And when you combine the right choices with the right mindset, you become the kind of man who doesn't just look taller, you feel larger than life. So refine the fit, elevate the line, and walk into every room like you belong there. Because you do.